Alright everybody, welcome back to some more Oblivion modded playthrough. It is I, Xilestar, and today we are almost done with the Oblivion crisis, pretty much. We only have a few more gates left. As far as I am aware of, we only need about, 9 left? So 9 left, yeah. Just need 9 left, so I have to alt-tab one more time so I can pull up the map. So unfortunately, we might crash sooner or later, but hey, that's fine. We know why, at the very least. So, a few things that I wanted to mention since last time. Because I was a little bit disappointed with how I had to edit last time, so hey, I just wanted to mention them first and foremost. So, the first thing is that, like, I understand that, like, if there ever is a black screen during the last session, I apologize. Because usually what happens is that those videos, or every clip is sorted out based off of... Oh, cat's missing. That's interesting. So every session, pretty much what happens is that every time it crashes, I would stop the recording and go to the next one that's available in that sort of area. So, obviously, you wouldn't see any black screens, because, obviously, if there was a black screen, I'd see it, and then I'd be able to take it out. But for this time, I ended up going, you know what, I don't think I really need that, so I ended up just clicking pause recording instead. Cat. Alright, I'm gonna go fight the Oblivion Gate. So, yeah, I spent all last week on my for my free time, and I also spent a little bit of yesterday, and I finished it off early last night, I think, putting all of my complete videos into video archives that need to go there. And not only that, I also ended up putting all my documentation for each complete in a... Well, I say Google document, but that's not exactly true. I'm not like an Excel spreadsheet, but that'd be wrong. I put it into a Google Sheet. I'm going to do that once a week. And then what I'm going to do after the week is done is I'm going to go record it into the actual list itself. And I'm going to keep a local copy of that said list, so that at the very least I still have it. So that in case something does happen to the list, let's say somehow somebody gets a hold of my Google Sheets part and then just goes, oops, delete. I still have that sort of information saved somewhere. So that's good. If I could make it so it's more public, like sort of shared kind of thing, you guys get to see like how long each and every video is. Although I will note something. So if I were to, let's say, like, record this like normal and go through my editing software with all the little edits here and there. Here's the weird part of what happens to those videos after they get after the complete kind of thing, and you get sort of like, and you chop it into smaller videos. Apparently, it messes up the videos in a weird way. So I just noticed this with Power World's second session when I was putting the videos on the list, where for some odd reason it was they would end in 28 milliseconds or whatever it kind of calculates as the third timetable. And I got very confused, so I looked, so because it's Power World, it has the newer editing sort of, I don't know how you want to word it, it's like it has the new editing style that I have now, that I find is very helpful for, well, this such occasion. So I looked back at the footage for that, and apparently it's about 2 of those, I think it's milliseconds, but it only caps it to 30, so I don't know if it actually does that. But pretty much what happens is that it caps it at that moment, and it's like, okay, like, I don't know if I should add a note to that section or not. Oh, I did not empty the inventory. Or did I? Did I empty the inventory last time? Was I smart enough? Oh, I did empty the inventory. Nice. Alright, where's the Daedroth, I'm guessing? Or is it a Zivile? Or Zivili? Obviously, it's gotta be over here somewhere. Oh, it's a planter. No, it's a Zivili. Yeah, I'm getting... Oh, I forgot to check the attribute thing, Jiggy. Oh, I knew I forgot to do something yesterday. I knew I forgot to do something. I was just playing Palworld and I was testing out different server applications for managing, and I found one with a GUI that was actually really good. And of course, it's not made in primarily English, so I had to sort of figure out how to use the instructions. Alright there, buddy. Stay down. Alright, where's Tess? Tess. Tess. There we go. Tess is right there. Alright, good. Let's see here. So we need to go closer to here, it looks like. Apparently Kvatch just got really attacked. Very interesting. Okay, so it's like at the corner of the town itself, so it's like right here. There it is. Alright, you two. We're gonna go destroy the Zivili. So yeah, so the only thing I really need to do on the Google Sheet, and I'll probably just do it right after I'm done this, maybe if I don't forget, is I will be adding in the complete file names that I have on my PC. So that at the very least, though, like each and every one of them is sorted, and then maybe eventually down the line, what I'll do is that I will, how do I want to word it? Maybe eventually down the line, I might add the part numbers of what I would name the video files, like underneath each and every time. So that, like, when you hover over it, you'll see a comment that has literally the names of what those videos were. So, like, let's say if you go to, what does it sell? AA, I think, because it doesn't go higher than the letters. I want it to be numbered, but it wouldn't let me. If you go to...
You know.
Oh, dang, man.
Lead on.
Oh, that's a little bit better. All right. No, it's not doing what I wanted to do. As per usual. There we go. All right, no, the door's there. So yeah, so like I was working on it. I put a lot of time and effort into it. The only thing that I could definitely say right off the top of my head for that is that, like, I put a lot of time into it. I think I put about... how long did I put? I put, I'll say about 10, 12 hours on it altogether. And that's including what I just did last night kind of thing, where I was able to finish it off. So pretty much all the videos that are now there, present, they're all done. So that means, though, like, when... I don't want to say this session. So that means, like, when last session is uploaded, I don't need to record the small videos. Those are done. They're already done. The only thing I need to do is that, like, when this one's done editing, kind of thing, I need to go and record its numbers. That's it. And same thing with what I'm going to be recording this week as well. I'm going to be recording Pixelmon Adventures. I'm going to be recording more Palworld, because I want to finish the game before a major update kind of thing happens, so that, like, I can do all of the extra cool things that I want to do on my own time, Because right now, I think the last update I did, or the last session I did, we were having a bunch of mod, additions, changing settings, which is kind of what was wrong. So, I fixed that issue, but... but not only that, though, I was able to change a lot of the other settings as well. And now we have a proper server that's actually really cool, so definitely want to show that off, right? There we go. How is your armor already broken, cat? There we go. Alright. I was gonna say, I thought there was an Oblivion gate that I beat here. I guess I was right. Okay. I'm gonna go to Guidon Farm. There's like 2 Oblivion gates posted there. So I expect the game to crash. That's despite the... Like, I already know the reason why. This time, I am not going to mistaken my browser for the game. I have the game highlighted as well, so I can actually see it. I wonder if there's a way I can have it so that it like, keeps track of it. Like as a main process, so I get to see like the graphs for that game in particular. I was also wondering if I should just tune my graphics card to like sort of just compensate for Oblivion kind of thing. Yeah, so another thing I gotta figure out though is like when I was looking at Power World mods, I was looking into a few ones that are like, oh hey, this can like, you know, better your frame rate or whatever. This is good for the memory leak issue and stuff like that. I gotta figure out what those are, like those mods are installed. And I gotta reinstall the stupid auto join dedicated server thing again. So okay, so a lot of people recommended to use the Vortex extension to install mods because it's much easier to use, which I agree that would be a lot easier to use than just manually installing it. Then you have to manually uninstall it because it's installed manually. However, I have already done that, and I've already added the auto join dedicated server function to that. You know what happened? It doesn't work. And I've even done it through the mod manager download, not even manual, just the mod manager download. So either you're telling me that the mod manager download didn't actually download the mod and install it, installed a blank file, or it just doesn't want to work for some odd reason. I have it set to, and there's not really a proper guide on how to actually set it, like... So when Vortex first finished downloading the extension, it said that it couldn't auto-find the game, which is weird, because if you know where my Oblivion is, you know exactly where my Power World is, they're under the same drive. And that's even where Vortex is located too, so I'm confused. Anyway. So I had it set to manually, and I didn't know where to put it, so I put it somewhere. And then I found the guide to how to actually set it for the Vortex installation from, I think it was the GitHub page, I think, for it. Go get it. So when I was done with the GitHub page, I was looking into it at least a little bit more, and then I found that, like, that I installed it wrong. So I ended up trying to figure out how to change the game path that it would read. And when I found out how to do that, I was like, okay, I'm going to change it to what the guide actually says to put it. And guess what? It still doesn't work. So, I don't know. I got the mod to work when I manually installed it, so I'm going to manually install it before I play Power World later on today. I'll do Pixelmon Adventures tomorrow. But what I'm going to do is that anytime the game crashes now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep track of it on a text document of what the last second or whatever is on the video duration. So like right now, OBS says that I've been recording for 14 minutes now, so that's what I'll do. So if it crashes, like, okay, pause the recording, okay, what is it at? What's that? 1420, alright. So that tells me that, like, at 1420, there's a crash. Okay, next one. And same thing with Power World. Although Power World, I've been noticing some lag issues, though, but I know what that might be a result of. And we've been experimenting with certain server settings as well. This time we're making sure that we have a backup. So now that I know how to actually do it. Oh, that's weird. There wasn't a Daedroth here. Anyway. Okay, so the weird thing that I've noticed with the PAL server GUI thing that I downloaded was that not only was it in a foreign language that I kept up, I can't read in there, the English instructions were a bit iffy on how to get your already existing dedicated server to work on their service. But I was able to do it, although I don't like how it couldn't do it, the first time. Because I read the instructions perfectly fine. I might not have done like what I did with the Minecraft server at first, but I don't think that that would be necessary in the first place because you're trying to make sure that it doesn't load a different world. So, I don't know. But that's just me. Anyway. So the server's not working fine, although I found out that one of my server settings wasn't working as I thought it was. Or as I thought it did, so I tested it out. I still kept the old server. So I was testing it out, and I found out that the old server also had this issue too. So I'll tell that whenever I record the fourth session of PAL World. Not the second or the third, but the fourth. So it'll be a while before that ends up happening, but yeah. So something else that I found out, and I think it might have been an older version of Steam, maybe, like back during like the early, like not early, but like maybe 2012 or 2013, I can't remember. But I thought there was a setting you can put on Steam where you don't have, where you tell it to not automatically update Steam games.